we talk about the stem of mushroom is this. This structure is connected with the cup. It's located under the cup. And this structure is to uphold the tissue structure of the cap, called the whole mushroom. This structure can transport the nutrient and water to a cap. So according to the presence of and absence of stem, some medicinal mushroom they have stem, or some medicinal mushrooms they don't have stem. We see this Gallindema, this type, and this is another Gallindema, another type, style. And according to the position of cap, they have some different intermediate growth and lateral growth and lopsided growth style. You see, in the middle is intermediate growth, this type, and some other step is on the left, on the right. And the where some mushrooms they have the where including the inner where and the universal where. The inner where in last develop into annulus and ring. And the universal where in the last develop into vulva. And the vulva, different mushroom, the shape are different. And the ring, the growth position is different of different mushroom. The part 3, then I introduced the life cycle of mushroom. So normally the simple process is from basidial spore germination to developing into the primary mycelium, and the primary mycelium become to secondary mycelium, and then developing into fruiting body, and the fruiting body produced by basidial spores. So this diagram for the life cycle of mushroom. So this is the mushroom. When mushroom become mature, the gear will produce the spore. Spore will germinate mycelia. So different mycelia, they will fuse together and they become the secondary mycelia, and then develop into diploid mycelia, and male stasis happen and get the single spawn, and the spawn will germinate. The mycelia will fuse together, become the karyotic mycelia. Karyotic mycelia, and will develop into fruiting body. So this is the cycle. So this origin of mushroom, according to the ways of taking a nutrient, we classify the saprophytic mushroom. Wood saprophytic mushroom, the grass saprophytic mushroom, like shiitake mushroom, auricularia, and the ganoderma, it is belong to wood saprophytic mushroom. And like the Wolvaria and the agaricus mushroom becomes the grass saprophytic. So the mycelia, through the extracellular enzyme, to decompose and absorb the nutrient from the culture medium. Some mushrooms, they are prone to symbiosis. Symbiosis. You see this mushroom, amylaria mushroom, and then when we want to get the tuber, this one is medicinal a mushroom, but we need a plant. This plant, castor beer plant, and put this plant and get the nutrient from the mycelia. This mycelia, so when you plant this plant on the ground, you should put the mycelia, the spore, onto the ground, and then the plant put on the mycelia, and cover the soil, and then they will produce like this. Okay? So this is good for our reduce our pressure. This is medicinal mushroom. And this mushroom, as you can see in Africa, but rainy season is come, the mushroom on the soil, you can see the white hand. Yeah, the white hand spot the nutrient for this variety mushroom. It's nutritious. The white mushroom. Here we can find a lot of in rainy season. Okay, and some mushroom get the nutrient from the tree root, from the tree root. This is actomycorrhiza. And some mushroom parasite. That's how I showed the picture about the cordyceps. So this is the insect. And this is the mushroom. The stroma, they get nutrient from the insect. So the insect will die in the air. And then the stroma becomes big, like this. We can find it at the new green place in China, the tiger. The land is very high, actually it's high, 3,000 or 4,000. Expensive, very expensive. Good for body health. And the part 5 component, I will introduce the environment conditions for mushroom growth. So first is the temperature for mycelia grows in different stages. The temperature happens for mycelia is different. In the beginning stage, the temperature is higher because the fermentation. When we package the substrate into a bag, to put together, it's like a fermentation. The temperature will up. So after mycelia grow and they use the substrate, and the temperature will lower. And after differentiation, mushroom will come, the pink mushroom will come, and the temperature will increase. So generally, the temperature requirement for each kind of edible mushroom shows a pattern like this, high in the beginning and low in the end. So for the mycelia, in the beginning, for mycelia, the growth stage, mycelia cannot tolerate the high temperature, but they can resist some low temperature. So that's why we make substrate. Because after inoculation, we should put the tuber inside house, and then we should stop the sunlight. When the window, the sunlight through the window? No, not to. We should cover the sunlight to stop. Because the sunlight comes inside, the temperature is high. And the temperature is very high, the mycelia cannot grow, it will die. And when we make the first generation spawn, we should keep in fridge for around 40 degrees. So this mycelia can resist the low temperature. We use this feature, we can keep the spawn for a long time. According to the optimum temperature requirement for mycelia growth, some edible mushroom include the low temperature type mushroom, like 20 degree, the formula agricus and Flammula mulina mushroom are grown this. And the pleurotus oyster mushroom are grown low temperature. And some middle temperature type mushroom are grown 25 to 26 degrees, like the staggy and some oyster mushroom. And some mushroom need high temperature, like the Ganoderma and the Wolvaria mushroom. The temperature is better for 32 to 35 degrees. And the differentiation stage of fruiting body, they need low temperature than the mycelia stage. So you could pudding is good for fruiting body growth. This pudding will induce the formation of primordial of mushroom. So yeah, also we include different type of mushroom low temperature, like low temperature from 30 to 18 degree, and middle temperature from 25 to 26 degree, and the high temperature from around 30 degree. There's some mushroom like shiitake mushroom and pleurotus oyster mushroom. They need large temperature difference to stimulate the microfruiting body growth. So for this mushroom, they like Rwanda. In Rwanda here, the temperature around 23 degree, but in the night maybe 11 degree. So the day and in the night, the temperature is different, and the difference is big. Around 40 degrees. So about 10 degrees, the difference is good for stimulating mushroom body. Okay, if the temperature in the day and the night is the same, for pleurotus cultivation, it's difficult to get good protein body. Okay. This is the variable temperature type of mushroom. And some mushroom no need temperature, large temperature difference to stimulate. We call it the constant temperature type, like the auricularia and the varial mushroom. And the growth stage of fruit body, the temperature is lower than the mycelia stage, but higher than the differentiation stage. So you see, this is the mycelia stage. The temperature is high and down and lower, and the temperature growth of fruit body, the temperature increase a bit high. And the moisture and the humidity is important for mushroom growth. When we make a substrate for mycelia growth, we should keep a good moisture, humidity for mycelia growth. So humidity is around 60 to 65%. When we make substrate, we should keep this good humidity. If too high, if the humidity is too high for mycelium, maybe it's easy to contaminate. If the humidity is over 70%, the contamination come. Contamination is probably a problem for us. We will lose money. Okay? That is a formula. When we put the dry materials, we should weigh, and then we should weigh the water, and then we mix together. So sometimes we have a good experience. When we after mixing the substrate and the water, we get the substrate, and then we come back, and then we check our finger. Between our finger, if we found 2 drops water come out, but cannot drop down. That's the suitable humidity. So under the moisture and the humidity, also we call humidity when we grow mushroom, the humidity of the air. We should keep a good humidity for rooting pod growth. So different variety, the moisture content is a bit different, but normally around 60% for substrate, or 65. Some mushroom is 65%. The brood body, we need higher humidity. For differentiation stage, the humidity will increase 70 to 85%. But for brooding body, we should increase the humidity 85 to 95%. So when we grow mushroom, we should spray water. We should check the humidity inside house, or you use the arch, the plastic, the cover. We should check inside the humidity. If the humidity is low, the mushroom the big mushroom come out. If the humidity is good, we can harvest more mushroom. And the air is also important factor for mycelia, for protein body growth. For mycelia, mycelia can resist against high concentration of carbon dioxide. So when we use the plastic bag to package the substrate and then not let it fall. So inside the plastic bag, the oxygen is little, not much. But the carbon dioxide concentration is high. But no problem for mycelia, it can grow. But when we grow mushroom, get the fruit body mushroom, we should reduce the concentration of carbon dioxide, and we should increase the oxygen. Put more oxygen. The protein body will become normal, become good, become strong, and the brush. If the carbon dioxide is too high, the protein body, the shell is abnormal. That's the grow top, grow long, and the soft, but no cap. The mushroom, the normal mushroom, we need the short stem and the big cup. That we want. But if the oxygen is little, it's problem. The quality will down. So I say some farmers, beginner farmers, they grow mushroom. We teach them when cover the plastic. We teach them should open plastic every day, but you forget, and they cover plastic all the time. The mycelium come out. That's the soap, the protein soap, and no mushroom. That's the big problem. So later when we practice how to grow mushroom, and then we shall use the details, the stages for how to grow mushroom. But you should know in air, it's very important for fruity body growth.
Very important.
So here we take some examples, special example. For Ganoderma, we put the carbon dioxide. If the carbon dioxide concentration is high, grow, the stem grow like this. Normally the Ganoderma, the cap is like a cap. But this one, no cap. For this Ganoderma, normally cap is good. The cap is come, the gear will produce the sperm. The sperm will come outside. And the sperm is the good nutrient. But this one, no sperm come out. The sperm will live inside. So the active ingredient content is higher. So in China, we produce this one. We use this carbon dioxide concentration. We cover the plastic and keep all from and the spray keep the good humidity and the mycete and the root body will grow for like here. Here is like here. And then we harvest this Ganoderma and we make the processor, we make tea, we make powder. And another type of this mushroom needle, we call Chinese needle mushroom. We just harvest the stem. We need the long stem. So if we keep the carbon dioxide high, it's a good way. But most of mushroom we harvest the cap. We need the carbon, the short stem. And illumination is also important. So for mycelia, for mushroom, root body, no need the sunlight, sunshine. So the mycelia can grow in the total darkness. But for fruit body, we need the scattered light, to induce the formation of primordial, the small mushroom, big mushroom. So what's the scattered light? I think just inside this house, like this, or a little dark, no problem. It's like a scattered light, no sunlight inside. Okay. So when we make mushroom house, we use some glass. We should put together the glass and stop the sun light. We can grow a mushroom under the shell. Under the pH value, for different types of mushroom, the pH value is a little different. Some wood saprophytic mushroom like a slightly acid environment, like Ganoderma, shiitake mushroom, and some grass saprophytic mushroom like a slightly alkaline environment, like Voglia, agricultural mushroom. And the last part, I introduced the nutrient requirement for mushroom growth. The first nutrient is the carbon source. Carbon source is very important for mushroom growth. Carbon source, what's the carbon source? So refers to all the nutrients that constitute the source of carbon in the cellular materials. So like sawdust, like any glass, drink of glass, they have fiber, they have the lignin. Lignin is the carbon source. Okay? But for gas, they have some nitrogen source, some protein. But little, the most of the nutrients are carbon source. For wood, for sawdust, for ginger grass, for crops, for yes. This we call carbon source. Carbon source can provide the nutrient and energy for mycelium, for mushroom growth. And the carbon source constitute the cellular materials. The carbon source include the monosaccharide, the sugar, and the polysaccharide, and the disaccharide, and some organic acid. You see, lignin, yeah. Some straw, crop straw, nitrogen. The second nutrient is the nitrogen source. Nitrogen source, like the protein content is high, like the rice flour, wheat flour, and the beans flour, something like this. The protein content is high, but the carbon source content is lower. So when we make a substrate, we should put some carbon source and the nitrogen materials together, and according to the formula. Later I introduce the ratio of carbon source and the nitrogen source. The nitrogen source, the lower is the essential material for synthesis of protein. Like the mushroom protein is high, they need nitrogen to synthesis. And there's some enzymes. So the nitrogen source include inorganic nitrogen and the organic nitrogen. Sometimes we can add some urea for making the formula. Urea is the organic nitrogen. And the organic nitrogen, just like the rice flour, the wheat flour, and the beans powder, maize powder, this is the organic nitrogen. So when we make substrate, we should keep to the carbon source and the nitrogen source ratio. Generally, for mycelium stage, the super ratio of carbon source to nitrogen source we can keep 1. And the fruit body stage, the ratio is around 30 to 40 to 1 from the mushroom. So when we make substrate, we make the formula according to the mycelium ratio 20 to 1 like this. And when mycelium grows, and the mycelium will decompose the substrate. So the carbon source will become a small molecular for nutrient, and the ratio will increase 30 to 40 to 1. So normally we, according to mycelium stage, this ratio to make a substrate. If the ratio of carbon source to nitrogen source is too big, too large, the mycelium will grow slowly and quickly, and we cannot get good production. And if the carbon source and the nitrogen ratio is too small, the mycelia will be not easy transfer to reproductive growth. And the element nutrient is requirement for edible mushroom growth, like some macro elements. Mg, Ca, K, potassium, and some micro elements. So these elements, we don't need add extra when we make substrate, because the substrate, like a glass, it contains the carbon source and a little nitrogen source and some different minerals. So just with no this knowledge, but normally we don't add some special minerals for making substrate. And some growth factors is also important, like the vitamin, amino acid, nucleic acid. This is also no need to put when we put the extra when we make substrate. These materials, greenhouse sawdust, it contains this vitamin. So later we just know the formula. Which formula is suitable to make a different mushroom. This is, you just know about this information. Okay, in my lecture.